Good morning, everyone. My name is Anthony Eberhardt. I will be going over value-based goals. Now, the issue with value-based goals is definitely having to do with my generation and the generation that's coming up and the generation after that. At the present time, people have no idea how to accomplish their goals. And what that causes is them to be stagnant in anything that they do. They end up believing that they value something that will help them reach their goal when they might not value it at all, or they don't have a foundation set. Now, for value-based goals, I will be going over the benefits of doing so, why values actually matter in any goal that they set, values versus goals, and charting their course and the common roadblocks that might happen on the way. Now, after it, I will also review. Now, the goal for value-based goals is to gain a sense of purpose and feeling of control. It helps you prioritize and allow you to find opportunities to live with your values. Now, you will use this when you can set aside time on a regular basis or when you feel like you need a sense of direction. Now, the great benefits about value versus goals is it lowers your psychological stress. It lowers your depression and anxiety. It increases your well-being and quality of life. And it increases motivation to persist towards goals. Now, these are all benefits that came from Dr. Roger Michelson. He ended up writing a book called The Roles of Values, Consistent Behavior, and Generalized Anxiety Disorder, and also Behavioral Framework. This came out in 2011. If you have a chance, definitely pick it up. It's amazing. Now, when a group of people come together and they have goals in common and they value the same thing, it creates a network. Networks are awesome because it makes them share a common bond. Now, when we identify personal core values, we understand that values are our internal compass. They help guide and direct us. They lead in what we do on a daily time as our leading principles, and they also motivate our behavior. Now, this can come from culture, and this can also come from where you grew up. It can come from geography. Different people bring certain things to the table. Now, the reason why values matter in goal setting is it connects us to a greater purpose. It differentiates important from the unimportant, and it also helps us when we're facing adversity or roadblocks when we create our goals at the very end. Now, values versus goals. This is extremely important. Now, my goal might be to lose 100 pounds. Well, I don't value losing 100 pounds. Now, what I value is healthy lifestyle. My goal might be to get an advanced degree. Well, it's not necessarily that I value an advanced degree. It's that I value education. My goal might be spending time with my family. Well, yes, I may value spending time with my family, but there's a core value that's with that, and that's loving and caring for my family. Now, depending on which way you look at that, you may go two separate routes. Now, a goal might be, especially for me, pay off debt or create a savings plan. Now, I don't value necessarily paying off debt, but I definitely value financial independence, which we have all worked for, even from when we were young. Now, most individuals coming up through college that I see, and most individuals that I train myself, they have been taught wrong. They have not necessarily taught wrong, but they haven't been taught certain things that they should have before coming in to a job, before coming into a work environment, before coming to the military, before going into college. And it's real simple. It's charting your course. It's just like if you had an actual roadmap. I know they're becoming very, very scarce, but if you had an actual roadmap and you're charting your points every 100, every 200 miles, just make sure you don't get off course. Now, when you're charting your course, most people just be like, okay, main goal, boom, right here in about a year. Okay, next year, boom, main goal. Yes, that's awesome. It's good that you have those main goals, but you have to set these sub goals. Most people fail at this because when it comes to setting your sub goals, they cannot be very widespread. All right, now when it comes to setting your sub goals, you need in the next 24 hours, what am I going to do to accomplish my goal? In the next few days and weeks, what am I going to do? And then in the next 2 weeks and months, working up to that year goal. Now, when you're charting your course, potential obstacles, okay? Internal obstacles are gigantic. If something steps in your way, most people be like, okay, I don't know what to do, I'm stressed out, I have no idea how I'm going to complete this paper, my internet's down, what am I going to do? Just mentally, you're thinking like this instead of keeping calm. Keeping calm is the biggest helper that I could possibly give somebody when it comes to internal conflict. If you need to walk away from a situation for an hour or a couple minutes and come back to it, reset yourself. Now, when you reset yourself, come back to that paper. Come back to where you charted your goal. Like, this is where I left off. I need to hit this hard. Now, just like internal obstacles, we have external obstacles. External obstacles could be my internet's down. External obstacle could be my laptop is getting repaired. Now, this is just to do with schoolwork. Now, when it comes to our daily lives, it might be a person. And you either need to work with that person or work around that person. Best thing you can do is find ways to trip over your goals. Most people totally forget to do this. This can be in form of a sticky note. Me, if I need to go to the gym, then all I do is set my shoes in front of the front door. Literally trip over my goals. That way, I'm like, oh crap, I'm leaving my house. I need to pick up my shoes. I need to get my gym bag ready and then go on with my day. Now, we went over defining your goals, setting your goals, and charting your course. That will be the end of the lesson. Now, what I do have to say is I am very worried about my generation and the generation after me. This definitely comes from Dr. Jay Kitchens back in 2010. She helped on a book that says measuring valued actions within a behavioral framework, just like Dr. Roger Michelson. And also, Dr. R.M. Ryan in 1986 was worried about this with his generation when he wrote the book American Psychologist. Now, I would be very naive to say that, yes, everything is perfect. My generation is going to carry forward. No one barge. Awesome. That is absolutely wrong. Because we like to set our goals, but we don't know what we value. Now, this younger generation coming up, they need to know what they value. And I definitely put this on the parents. When I raise my children, I'm going to make sure that they know what they value. That way, when they set their goals, they'll know how to define their values, how to set their goals, and how to chart their course. Know the internal and external obstacles that are going to be in their way. And help them along the way, of course. If anybody has any questions, just respond on the thread, and I'll be glad to answer. Thank you very much. Have an amazing day.